Thanks for supporting the channel by clicking the links in the description box. And thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And now let's get into this podversation. What's up, guys? We're going to have a podversation, and this is going to be about Lil Wayne and the now former president of the United States, Donald Trump, and these pardons that he was dishing out. So it was reported that Donald Trump, he pardoned a number of people and he commuted some sentences. And in those pardons that were done at like the very last minute, it included Lil Wayne. Now, presidential pardons, we know it's nothing new. It is any president's right to do it. I don't know why they wait until the last minute, until they're about to leave office most of the time, to even do the pardons, because if it is the president's right to pardon people, then why not do it throughout the presidency? Because we all know, and it's not just the now former president, but presidents before him, we all know that they all have that pardon power. And we also know that a lot of people who have been in prison really don't deserve the time that they got or the amount of time that they got. Some people weren't even really guilty. We know that the judicial system is pretty crooked and a lot of stuff goes on. Some people, they just plead guilty because they feel like if they are going to go through with a trial, their chances of winning are slim to none. So they would much rather just cut a deal and do the time that could be shorter, versus if they were to go through with a trial and then instead of getting, 5 years and then go through with a trial and then they wind up getting 50 years. Just saying, depending on what the situation is. So that's neither here nor there, but it's just something that seems to happen more so at the end of a presidency, where a president will pardon a number of people. And so Lil Wayne was included in his pardons and his commutations, like literally at the final hour. And so he was facing a number of gun charges, and I believe he may still be going to trial, but I think the way that the pardons work is if you haven't went to trial yet, you either still go through with the trial, but if you're found guilty, then the pardon power overpowers the sentence that you would have gotten if you were to be found guilty. Because, hey, it's possible that someone can go to trial and be found not guilty. So if you're found not guilty, then in essence, the pardon really doesn't even matter because you weren't going to serve the time anyway. So that's kind of how that works. But at any rate, because Lil Wayne got this pardon, and he was also one of the people who came out to endorse President Trump, and he did the photo op picture with him, which a lot of people talked about, and I can understand why, because I'm sorry, you see the picture and it just looks weird. Anyway, the both of them look weird together. But anyway, he came out and he endorsed President Trump. He's never endorsed a president before now, and he made it a point to say that he was really an advocate for President Trump's prison reform. And then after he came out and he did that endorsement, then he had these gun charges and the chances of going to prison if he's found guilty. Well, some people are wondering, was this pardon pay for play? And I question that too. And I really want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Please let me know your thoughts, because this is the thing. It was reported by a number of different outlets, but I'm just going to give you the story from The Hill. And The Hill, they did this story on January 17th. And it said, pardon seekers have paid Trump allies tens of thousands to lobby the president. It said, pardon seekers and those lobbying on their behalf have paid allies of President Trump tens of thousands of dollars to press the president to grant clemency. The New York Times reported this, and the Times, citing documents and interviews with more than 36 lobbyists and lawyers, reported that pushes for pardons have intensified as people realized Trump's challenges to the election would not be effective and his presidency has reached its final days. Former federal prosecutor Brett Tolman, who has advised the Trump administration on pardons, is among those collecting tens of thousands of dollars in recent weeks to ask the president to lobby several people, including a son of a former Arkansas senator, the founder of online drug marketplace Silk Road, and a Manhattan woman who pleaded guilty for fraud. The Trump administration has said that Tolman has assisted less connected individuals obtain clemency, and no public records indicate Tolman was paid for that. But on Twitter, Tolman said he has represented many to get clemency. Some have been paying clients. Many have been pro bono. I'm proud of my team's clemency work. John Dowd, Trump's former personal lawyer, has also taken in tens of thousands of dollars from clients, including a wealthy sports gambler, pointing to his close relationship with the president to push for clemency and advising them to discuss Trump's complaints about the justice system. A former Trump campaign advisor, Karen Giorno, was provided $50,000 to try to get a pardon for John Kirikou, a former CIA officer who was convicted for revealing the name of a CIA officer involved in waterboarding an American prisoner. A copy of the agreement obtained by the Times indicates that she would receive a $50,000 bonus if Trump pardoned Kirikou. So basically, The Hill, they're revealing that the way that the Trump administration and the former president has operated the pardon granting system has been way different from other presidents. And it's benefited those connected to or able to pay Trump or his allies pardon lawyers. And it's really, they consider it kind of off the books influence peddling. Special privilege system denies consideration to the hundreds of ordinary people who have obediently lined up as required by Justice Department rules and is a basic violation of the long-standing effort to make this process at least look fair. So now with Lil Wayne being pardoned, just being announced on January 19th. And then it was reported that he sold masters. It was reported on December 18th. I'm not saying he knew that he was going to have these gun charges, but did he use money from the sale of the masters, which also included the masters of Young Money artists as well, including Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Tyga? Was the sale of the masters to pay for a pardon? It's possible. I wouldn't put anything past it when it comes to stuff like this because it's just dirty. I mean, I believe that there's so many other people, and I'm not saying that there aren't a few people in the bunch that really deserve to get a pardon that didn't get one. There may be a few in there that may come out and say that they're thankful that they got pardoned, but I believe that a lot of the pardons that came through with this administration was more so due to the pay for play situation and getting, palms greased in order for people to get favor. And that's just not cool. But I mean, that's the way of capitalism, right? I guess. But I really want to know what you guys think about it. Do you think that any of that money from the masters that Lil Wayne sold went towards paying for a favor, paying to get a pardon? Yeah, he came out and endorsed Trump, but I don't believe that he and Trump are friends. I really don't believe Trump could really give a damn about Lil Wayne. So let's just be honest about that. But for money, I mean, the endorsement that Lil Wayne gave, I guess it didn't help out because he's now the former president. But hey, for money, it all makes sense. So you let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comment section, guys. But those are just some of my thoughts. And I thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until the next episode, I'm just being beautifully honest.